Arsenal fans, let me know. Do you think that Gabriel Jesus deserves to be cut to cut the slack and given a chance this season? He looks like he's ready for it. Him and Kai Havertz, these two players, can they help lead Arsenal attack to get them to where they want to be? Or after watching this game and the other games in the preseason, do you think Arsenal should still go ahead and get themselves a proper striker? Let me know what you think. I think Arsenal should still go ahead and get a striker. Who do you think Arsenal should go ahead and get? Transit TV, welcome back again to our preseason series. Arsenal just annihilated Leverkusen 4-1 at the Emirates, first game of the Emirates Cup this summer. This is second to the last preseason game for Arsenal. The team is looking better in terms of fitness and sharpness, and of course, this one, they were as well clinical and took their chances as they came. Obviously, it is a friendly match, but when a team goes unbeaten, German Bundesliga, winning the league last season, unbeaten, you will not take winning them 4-1 in a friendly match lightly. Arsenal was really at it from the get-go, got their quick 2 goals from Alejandro Trossard, and Jesus getting the third one. Obviously, the fourth one coming from Kai Havertz, and made that Leverkusen, we are 4 goals down, 20 minutes towards the end of the game. After Arsenal making some wholesome changes, bringing in so many of the young kids, and Leverkusen got one back, and it ended 4-1 in favor of Arsenal. If you're an Arsenal fan, yes, you're not going to be over the moon for this one because it is a friendly match, but obviously, you will not take anything away from beating Leverkusen. And again, this one has some mix in it as well. Some pride in Xhaka leaving Arsenal last summer and winning the Bundesliga. Arsenal fans are not going to be up for this one and not wanting Leverkusen or Xhaka to take one over the team. And on the other way hand, Kai Havertz also, you remember, leaving Leverkusen to Chelsea some 5 years ago. Coming, back to hunt his former team. So it was just it was only going to be a good game, quality one. Leverkusen looked a little bit off it in terms of sharpness and fitness. On the other hand, Arsenal, we know, is ahead of them in terms of their preseason preparations, being that the German league is going to start a week later than Premier League, though Leverkusen is going to have what England has as a community shield, their Super Cup against Stuttgart the same weekend that Arsenal in the EPL is going to start. So you also expect that they should almost, or if not, be at the same level of fitness with the teams in EPL. So we'll look at this one quickly and give my reaction. Don't forget to hit the like button on this one. I'm begging you, help us to push this channel by liking this video, and don't forget, very, very importantly, let me know what you think. I don't know if you agree with me on this one, but let me know what you think. It helps the community to be vibrant. Don't forget, I know a lot of time people just get caught up with enjoying the video and not making the input. Don't forget, on this one, I need your comment, I need your reaction to this. What do you think about this game and my view, of course, my take out of it. Let's go, Transit TV. Yes, this shows, Trossard has shown that it's not going to be an easy way back for Martinelli. The season before this one, Martinelli was on fire, got his, I think, 15 or 16 goals for the team in Odegaard and Saka. But last season, injury probably falling off pace a little bit. Trossard stepped in and took his chances, got the goals. And I just continued that again this summer. He has scored a few goals in the friendlies. And getting through again today, having been handed over starting shared by Arteta. This shows that it's not going to be an easy way out for Martinelli. And not just Martinelli, if you want to think about it really. Around the team, Arteta is really beginning to create some very high-level competition for places. all through this preseason, you could see that Julian Timber played in in the central defense for stepping in for Saliba. I'm not in any way saying that he's better off than Saliba, but that shows you that there is really no room for relaxation. This one again, you can see right did not start. It didn't even look like Jorginho came in and did a very good job. So all around the pitch is all competitions. What's his name? Pablo Vieira. Yes, not still there like Xhaka, but you wouldn't even know that Saka is not playing. So Arteta is gradually building this squad to where there's not going to be a huge gap or fall off from the first choice when they are not available. So Martinelli in particular, he's been sharp. He was sharp against Manchester United, coming out from the bench, fresh 2 or 3 days, just one training or two after coming back for his holidays. Came in straight away, put Manchester United in the back foot, got his very beautiful and solo goal, and you would think that he's back, and that he looked sharp as well when he came in. But Trossard is telling Martinelli, bro, I got this one, I got this shirt. If you have to take it away from me, you need to do extra bits. And this is very, very important for the team. And looking at these two players, right now, I know it's not like flipping or, throwing away the old wine. But the difference between both of them is Martinelli offers you pace and Trossard offers you unpredictability and ruthlessness in front of the goal. So Arteta has this one in his hands. I don't know how it's going to be for him. And though these are the kind of problem that managers want to have. They have players that when 2 players or 3 players in position, once in either one that you're playing, especially depending on what team you're playing against, you're going to get optimal performance and probably get your results. So yeah, Leandro Trossard has taken this one, and Martinelli has to work really, really hard to get back to starting lineup for Arsenal. Another takeaway from this game is that the kids are ready. The Arsenal kids are ready. Luis Kelly, Etawaneri, and what's his name? Nichols, and the other one heading at the center back. These guys came in today. I thought I gave them some light chunk of the game, about 25 minutes. Luis Kelly got about 30 minutes out of this one, and they showed some very, very, really mature display, especially Luis Kelly doing the inverted thing like Zinchenko, and did it really very well. There was one time that he did one quick feed and was fouled. So you could see that these guys, and just like Richard was saying, the work that Saka is doing in the academy, I think is beginning to show. Because if you really want to be a big team, you have to have a very functional and productive academy like Manchester City and Liverpool. They always produce these guys. If they can't play the first team, you know you're going to get good money for them. Look at Palmer from the academy was so 30 million fresh one. I think he paid less than 10 first team games for City, and they still got 35 million from him, from Chelsea. So this is what Arsenal is going to probably benefit from going forward from now, because these academy players are coming in and they're doing. And one thing I believe is the reason for this is these guys are being educated in the system. Arteta has been in Arsenal, now this will be his 5th season. So for the past 5 years, they have implemented a style of play. These boys, 15, 16, now 17. So they've been in this system for 5 years. They're educated in the system. So when they come in, they are comfortable with the way the first team plays. It's easy for them to adapt, and they are doing this. So Arsenal is going to really benefit from this going forward. From by this time next summer, these guys either are very, very ready to play in the first team, or they are ready to fetch the club some good money from transfers going outside. So it's a good time for Arsenal as a team. And like I always tell people, it doesn't just end in trophies that you win. Yes, trophies are very important, and now Arteta has to win trophies. But again, there are other facets that the club has to do well as well to be able to, compete and do things that as big clubs. So he's really looking good for the academy players. He's looking good for Arsenal, and anybody connected with us now, I cannot just imagine how proud the parents of these boys, how they'll be feeling right now after putting all the effort and sacrifice of pushing them to this level. Is looking really good for them. And this is not just for the future. I believe that these boys are going to play their part in the season. Both, of course, you're going to have Carling Cup, you're going to have FA Cup, even in the league. The way one play today, you wouldn't even know that he doesn't belong to this level. And I'm very, very confident that Arteta is going to give him minutes this time around. Don't forget that they just lost a Chido to Manchester United. And one of the reasons I was giving is because he was not sure. His pathway to the first team was not guaranteed. That was the reason why he decided to leave. So Arteta had to do more in giving these guys chance, and he showed that this preseason and showed it again today. This has been a very important game for us now. Taking the gamble and giving them light chalk, not just 5 minutes or 2 minutes. They got up to 25, 30 minutes of the game, and that shows you what Arteta is thinking and how much he values these players. And next on my view, I was watching this game and I was debating and I was thinking, please, Arsenal fans need to start to respect and value Kai Havertz a little bit more. This guy, he has continued from where he started from last season. He's not one of the most clinical checkers out there, but he has shown both in Arsenal and the German national team that he's a very, very adaptive player, very smart, very intelligent, and he does so many things for any team that he finds himself. Starting this one in the midfield and being moved into this attacking position, and he got his goal. Very intelligent player, and Arsenal fans need to begin to look. The reason why they call this a team is because people bring different attributes, and the coach finds a way to blend and harmonize them to produce results. And Kai Havertz probably didn't score 20 goals last season for Arsenal, but Arsenal scored enough goals to stay in the title chart to the last day of the season. So there are other things that he does in the team that people need to begin to look at. I know we are fans. We want the end product, we want the goals, we want the drop. But sometimes, pay attention. Ask yourself, why is it that the coach actually really wants this guy? And I think when you think that way and begin to look at it from that perspective, you begin to appreciate what he does for the team. This guy today in the midfield was all over the place, and he is ready to mix it with defenders in the midfield. Linking play. His movement is very seamless. If you don't forget, he got his goal and got his assist as well. The two goals that Trossard scored, the Trossard and Stella scored one, and of course, what's his name? Zinchenko, I'm sorry, scored one. Kai Havertz had hands in it. He got an assist in one of them. So we need to begin to appreciate Havertz a little bit more. And he's not stopping. It looks like this season is going to continue from where he stopped last season. And this brings me also into Gabriel Jesus. It's the same thing applicable to Gabriel Jesus. We saw when he came in his first season, he was terrific for us now. He has scored goals, but he brought some other things to the club, him and Zinchenko. Last season, because of his injuries, both of them, Sebastian fan began to forget what Jesus brought to this club when he came in. It looks like he's ready physically and mentally now to go again. And I could see that today. I tell people, Arsenal is a press machine with Jesus in it. You can't mess around if Jesus is in that front line. And this team brings goals for Arsenal all the time. You can have your Aventoni, you can have your Isaac, they will score 25 goals, but they will not give opportunity for other players to score 10, 15 goals. This is what Jesus brings. His press, his presence, his industry, his physicality, ready to mix with the players, and his skills as well. His technical ability also makes it easy for him to maneuver and create spaces for other players to come along and score goals. And these are things that Arsenal fans need to begin to appreciate. I've been saying it, yes, go get you the striker that scored 25 goals, but you're going to lose 5 or 7 goals from your wingers. When you put it together, you're short. So this is something that I've been saying it. Arteta needs to think very well, before he brings a striker. You have to find a striker that can score and still do what Jesus does, at least to a large extent. Then you can know that you have your team there exactly you want it. So Gabriel Jesus deserves more accolades. And I can feel it. He looks like from the time he came back for the summer and the way he prepared himself for the summer, it looks like this is going to be a season for Jesus. Jesus is really going to be out there. He got his goal as well. So the Arsenal team continued again the way they did last season, sharing the goals in the team. 4 different players scoring. He had Zinchenko score the first one. Trossard scored. Jesus scored. And Kai Havertz, of course, got his goal. Zinchenko is another player that I believe Arsenal fans need to also cut some slack and some slack, and let's see how he performs this season. Arteta is really doing a very good job of creating quality all around the pitch, options. Whoever comes in does a job. The team is not yet where they're supposed to be physically, but you can see that it's going to be a massive season for Arsenal and everybody that is connected to the club. Defensively, there was something I also picked up defensively from Arsenal today, especially in the first half when it was close to being what we're going to see this season. They don't back off, but they don't rush into. Once there's a turnover against Arsenal, the team prioritizes falling back into defensive shape before they attack the ball, except when it's high up pitch. Of course, when it's high up pitch, they press high and try to cover the ball right there. But if the transition, there's a turnover, the team always falls back to defensive shape before they start to defend, which is very, very good. And it makes it very difficult for teams to play again. Because when you launch into those tackles or defensive actions and miss it, it opens a whole lot of gap and space for the opponent to attack. But I could see that Arsenal is really getting matured in this situation. This is what teams like Real Madrid do very, very well. They don't, it's difficult to play to them when they have turnover. This is where people like Modric, Toni Kroos, orchestrating from the middle and making it difficult for them to lose games. So it's all looking good for us. And LEVERKUSEN, of course, it looks like Arsenal is a little bit ahead of them in terms of physical readiness going to the season, but they were outclassed in this one. You could see flashes of the reason why they won the Bundesliga, but there's really if they took this seriously, I believe Alonso has a little to worry about going to the next season. And of course, it's easier to get to the top than to remain there. He really needs to do a more in motivating these players, letting them know that they have put themselves up there for consideration as one of the greatest, and the only thing they can do is to remain there, fight to remain there. The Bayern Munich is going to come back stronger with Vincent Company, and of course Dortmund playing the final to Champions League last season are going to be strong as well. I had conversation that are going to try to get back Sancho into that team. So it's going to be a league to put an eye on this season in German Bundesliga. And of course, we know in Spain as well, Barcelona is going to be up for it against Real Madrid. So that's how this one ended. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you agree in these views? Arsenal fans, let me know. Do you think that Gabriel Jesus deserves to cut the slack and given a chance this season? He looks like he's ready for it. Him and Kai Havertz, these two players, can they help lead Arsenal attack to get them to where they want to be? Or after watching this game and the other games in the preseason, do you think Arsenal should still go ahead and get themselves a proper striker? I believe buying a striker is not going to be, I won't mind to get a striker, but these two players bring other players into strong opportunities. So if you put it together, they still make up for the 25 goals a season striker that Arsenal is going to get. So Arsenal has to be very, very careful in adjusting, getting this striker. I wouldn't mind having a striker, but again, what kind of striker are you going to get? And there are maybe very few of them out there. So let me know what you think. If you think Arsenal should still go ahead and get a striker, who do you think Arsenal should go ahead and get? So let me know what you think in the comment section. And it's looking good for Arsenal. We'll go again to the next one against the Olympic Lyon, and that will wrap it up for the preseason, and the team will be ready for the starting of the EPL. That's that for today, and let me hear what you have to say. Ciao, and we see you next time. Bye.